What is up, guys? HD Motorsports here with a special broadcast tonight. The Scott Moyer Benefit Race. As always, we got Knights in the booth with me. Knights, you got a copy of this HD, buddy?
I do, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I tell you what, when you told me about this race for Scott Moyer here, Beanish Firm, he's also in the party tonight. Honestly, it's an honor to be privileged to stream this race tonight for Beanish Firm and try and help him out a little bit to get to his van. Like I just said, though, Beanish, you're in the party. Coming into this truck race, we got a lot of strong competitors out there. One of the strong guys out there is going to be a More Smoke. Can't forget about Ingalls, also a very strong pick. And in our man, who do you think your favorite pick will be coming into this race?
I would have to say probably I think Juicy might be able to surprise the field and win the race.
That's a good, strong pick from you. Juicy, I like the name. We all know, Knights, that I'm a big name man, like Dan the Lawn Man. One of my favorite names on the Xbox side. But hey, Juicy, the man says Juicy. Might be a juicy win tonight at Iowa Speedway for him. As we're loading into the track right now.
All right. If you don't care, send me an invite back into it.
I got you, buddy.
All right.
Inside, Juicy.
Boom, look at that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to this race tonight. Both races, actually. I think it's going to be really exciting. I mean, no cautions. We're only going to have the stages tonight. And then a mandatory green flag pit stop in the final stage of both races tonight. It's going to make that quite interesting, I believe.
Inside, Master Kill.
I agree with you, and I should favorite you because I got to scroll all the way down. You know what we do? We just wing it. People like it somehow.
Oh, yeah.
All right, but there you go. Your invite is out. As it looks like the 88 truck is strong out in front. It's got about a 4 to 5 truck length lead. Strong pack, middle of the pack, and there we go. They are 3 wide, Knights coming down the backstretch.
I can't wait to get in there and see this racing. I think you're gonna have really good racing. I mean, the trucks are very stable trucks. So even with the presets tonight, with this first stage, I think you're going to see a lot of close racing tonight going into this first stage.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa is one of those tracks. It's a short track, but it's one of the most raciest tracks on the circuit. Now, the downside to Iowa is going to be that seam. I mean, you know as well as I do, Knights, if you touch that seam in the wrong spot coming out of turn 4 or even turn 2, that bad boy is going to spin around, but so far everything is good. And that 88 is checked out to a new area code. Got a pack of 3 here. The 98, 74, and 3 truck. 3 is looking to the inside into turn 3.
Absolutely, and I just got loaded in, and I'm glad I got loaded in at the right time because this battle for second's looking really good right now. And like you said, that 88 is checking out right now. And that 88 is actually Sterlo.
Yes, sir. And the 3 actually just passed Beamish's pick. And there is that seam. The 98 truck of Barton Boss. It hits the seam at a 2. Loses 2 quick positions. Drops back to 4th place. And like you just said, Knights, that 88 has checked out here at Iowa Speedway in the truck race.
He has checked out, but we'll see how long he stays checked out because that 3 truck tonight, that is our man, Mr. Ingalls. And we know how good he is here at Iowa. We saw it back in the NNR Xfinity race. That he was the class of the field all night. Nobody could touch him. I've been practicing with him all week. He's running one of my Xfinity cars in the next race. And I'm telling you, he's just as fast today as he was back at that night. So we'll see if he can run Sterlo down right here.
Yes, sir. We're actually going to currently ride along with Juicy as he's on the outside of Barton Boss, trying to pick up a spot, make his way up into the top 4. Good battle right now for 4th place as he's getting pressure from behind from the 24 truck of a More Smoke. And Knights, you know as well as I do, this More Smoke cat can find his way to the front of the pack in a matter of laps. You definitely can't throw his name out the window as well.
No, absolutely not, man. If anybody's been watching any of our broadcasts this year with our Cup Series, you know, you hear a More Smoke's name, that man's somewhere in the top 5, if not leading the race. So you know he's going to be there at the end of this thing.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor. if I'm not mistaken, we do have stages on, no cautions, but the flip side of all this, there is a mandatory pit stop in stage 3. Now that's going to shake things up quite a bit. It's going to make things exciting. It's going to be a little strategy going forward. But so far, this 88 truck's got about a half a car straightaway lead on second place.
Yeah, and absolutely. Once you were talking about those stages, we were talking about that earlier before we dropped the green. They don't have to make any adjustments. They don't have to take any tires. They don't have to take any fuel. They just have to come down pit road, meet, of course, the pit road speed limit. They have to come down, stop in their box. It's going to take them no more than 3 seconds, and then come back out. So pretty much it's going to be who gets on pit road the best and who can get off pit road the best. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. Somebody gets loose coming onto pit road. Somebody loses on the apron coming off of pit road. So it's going to make it very, very exciting seeing those green flag pit stops in stage 3.
Yes, sir. And it looks like the 3 of Ingalls is closing in on the 88. That time by, I mean, he's definitely picking up time on your current race leader. Behind Ingalls, we got a pack of 3 cars with the 98. Looks like the 74 Juicy as well is in this pack.
Yep, and the 24 of More Smoke just took the 4th position away from Juicy there. He worked on him for about 3 or 4 laps right there. Had a little bit of trouble getting around him, but he finally was able to make that pass.
And it looks like we're at the end of stage 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, end of stage 1 right there.
Yeah, absolutely. These stages go by really quick. I think the first stage was, well, I don't know what the stages were. I did the stages in the Xfinity, so I'm not sure what they're going to be for this race. That was my mistake. I should have checked on that earlier. But a 50-lap race, I would assume maybe it's going to be something like an 11 laps, 13 laps, and then run to the end, because it's a total of 50 laps tonight in this truck race.
That's definitely a quick one. Now, I guess the one person who doesn't want to see stages, I'd say, is that 88 of Sterlo. He had a commanding lead, just dominating the race early on. Got out in front, but as you said earlier on, Knights, that 3 truck of Ingalls, we saw it in an Xfinity race here that I broadcast not too long ago. He was the man of the field, leading basically virtually every single lap. Now the 2 front runners are going to be starting side by side. Let's go ahead and jump up here with the 88 truck. Get this roof cam as they are green underway going down into turn 1.
Absolutely, and you remember back in that Xfinity race, HD, that the Ingalls machine, he was fast on the default, but he made his speed whenever he got that setup in. He now has that setup in, so we'll see what happens here. They are 3 wide for the lead.
Yes, sir. They are 3 wide with the 98 truck looking low on the 88. They are still 3 wide with the 3 on the high side, pulling a power move down the front stretch into turn 1. There's that 74 truck of Juicy. We're going to keep our eyes on him as they are 3 wide yet again. The 7's going to be hard into the wall. Big pile up. No cautions during this race that took out at least 4 trucks, but thank goodness, Knights, there's no damage, and there is another stage, so these guys will get another shot at it when it counts. But out in front is going to be that 3 truck of Ingalls, followed by the 98 with the 74 Juicy in tow in P3.
Absolutely, and with that wreck, I was glad when they got around to the backstretch to see that there was no truck sitting there, because with that many trucks being involved, you know there's only one chance to get a lap back, so I was glad to see everybody get going here. I would have hated to have seen multiple trucks get lapped right there, knowing only one was going to get the lap back.
Yeah, but like you just said, I think everybody was able to get going. Now that 98 is starting to get some pressure from behind. That's going to be the 98 of Barton Boss. But Juicy is looking to advance his position up to P2. He's on the inside, entering turn 1. Let's get this blippy cam, as I like to call it sometimes. And even if I don't call it that sometimes, I think that's a good name. But the 98 is holding strong on the outside. Knights, this is why Iowa is one of the best racy tracks. The outside, when you're side-by-side, is a little better. Now, the only thing is that seam, if you hit it wrong, you will spin out.
Oh, absolutely. And I was practicing with some of the guys that are running my cars here in the next race coming up, and I tested it out for them. They were on the bottom, so I went to test it out for them. Every time you go, you just have to touch it. and your car's going to come around. So you have to get out of the throttle to save it. If not, you're coming around. It doesn't matter what part of that seam you hit at, whatever part of the corner, you're coming around.
Yeah, and here comes the 47 of NNR Dooman making his way up through the pack, currently sitting P4. He's looking to pounce on these two guys as they are racing. They are still side by side down a backstretch. That 98 of Boss is holding the outside line pretty strong. He enters low down turns 3, but the 74 gets such a big run through turns 3 and 4 into turn 1. But the 98, like I just said, is just holding strong out there. But that's allowing the 47 to catch up. There's the 88 of Sterlo starting to get in the mix, sitting at currently P5.
Yeah, and that shows you what it was between the first stage and the second stage there. Sterlo got the setup in, but, I mean, he's definitely not as fast as he was in that first stage on the default where he was way out front. Now it's the 3 of Ingles way out front, and Sterlo sitting back here in the 5th position. Looks like he's having trouble moving up.
Yeah, I think it's all about the clean air, but still, the battle is for the second place right now as that 3 truck is gained about a half a straightaway on second place. But here comes the 74 yet again, nice down into turn 1.
Yeah, that 74 is looking really strong. It's definitely not a bad pick by Beamish. I mean, he's done his research. He knows who this driver is apparently very well, and that seems to be a good pick right now because the only truck in front of him right now is that 3 of Ingall. So Beamish must have known something the two of us didn't know, HD.
Yeah, he must have been in the garage earlier. He said, hey, I know Juicy's got a strong car. Beamish, you there, buddy? What led you on to this Juicy pick?
We may have some technical difficulties there with Beamish.
Maybe a little bit technical difficulties, but that's okay. We just wing it up in here anyway, Knights. That's what we do. This is why we're so... I'm not going to say we're great, but we're okay. You know, we're just okay. But as the 74 was passing the 98, 98 was on that high side. That seam got him. That allowed the 47 as well to get by him. And here is that 88 of Sterlo who led all of stage 1, virtually, actually. Trying to make his way back up. If I'm Sterlo, Knights, do you maybe want to stay in 5th place and get that inside?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm here.
You're here, man?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, what
That was
led you on to that Juicy pick?
I've raced him in the leagues before, and most of the time he's usually pretty dominant, wins the majority of the races that I'm in with him, so...
Well, I tell you what, you had the inside then, because that's a strong pick. Currently sitting P2, going to start in the outside of the 3 of Ingals on this last stage.
Yeah, and like we said, this is going to be the interesting part right here once they get into stage 3. I know they're not allowed to pit before they take the green.
Good luck,
here
everybody.
on
Call
stage
your
2
pits and
or
turn
in stage 3,
three.
and they're not allowed to
Off the
pit
track
on
in
the
between
last
3 and
lap.
4.
So anywhere in between
setting
there,
up
you're
white
going to see
flags,
these guys stuck down on the pit
Red
road.
white
So
flags, and then
it's
when
going to
you
be
come in,
fun to see
turn
how
them
they get on
backstretch.
and off. It could, you know, dictate the winner and loser here.
Yep, here we go. We are green yet again. There is the 88 of Sterlo on the inside. They're going to go 3 wide yet again through turns 1 and 2. The 3 truck is checked out, and they are still 3 wide down the backstretch, Knights, with the 74, 88, and 47 into turn 3.
Oh, absolutely. There's no give right there right now, and these guys held it really good through there. That is amazing. I mean, this is a race where none of these guys, like some of them race together in some leagues, some race together in other leagues, but never all together. So watching them guys go through right there the way they did, and nobody was wrecked right there, that's just great driving in my opinion.
Oh, they're still going. I mean, there is a wad of cars together, second on back. They are all over each other. There's a 74 Juicy up into the wall. It's a tough break for him. He's going to lose a few positions right there. But looking forward, they are still going neck to neck for 3rd place. That's going to be the 88 of Sterlo on the outside of the 02 trying to make a power move.
Yeah, that would be the 02 of Winding Lion. I raced with him in the Dirty Mo League, And he's pretty good. He's usually up front, somewhere between third, seventh. You know, he's never back toward the back. He runs really clean. So I'm not surprised to see him up front right here.
And he is running that wall, running the Larson line, as some people would like to say, but they are door to door into turn 3 for third place. Starlo got the edge just a little bit, gonna pull a slide job on him. That's the 24 getting by the 0-2 of winding line as well.
Yeah, I know Moore's looking to chomp at the bit right now. He was involved in that wreck back there in stage 2, so he was back pretty far in the field. I'm not quite sure where he restarted at right here. But you know as well as I do, if there's anybody probably at this point that's going to contend with that Ingalls machine, it's going to be a Moore Smoke. But he's going to have to make quick work of these two in front of him.
Yeah, we're going to try and ride along with the 24 of a Moore Smoke. He is the closer, as some would like to call him, possibly. But I think the best chance right now, Knights, is going to be right along with the 88. If you get racing, that 3 is going to get that much farther away.
Oh, absolutely. He absolutely is. The only bad part is, I mean, it looks like a Morse, you know, he's pushing the 88. It's just the draft doesn't work too well here. So, I mean, he's going to have to find a way to make a move around him. But like you said, he can't be racing him. So he's going to have to make really, really quick work. And the 88's just not going to let him have it.
I think one of the big stories right now was obviously the 74 with Juicy. I mean, first time I've heard of the man, you know, to this point, and he was very impressive out there. He got into that accident. That's a tough break for him, but Dooman is having a strong running as well, currently sitting P2, but he's going to start getting heat from this 88 of Starlo and a 24 of a Moore Smoke here in the next few laps, and here comes the 24 of a Moore Smoke for his green flag pit stop, and he's going to sneak that baby in there.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to say. There is no black flags, so I mean it's as hard as you can get on. It's kind of like All-Star qualifying in the Monster Cup Energy Series. You know, I mean you get on there as quickly as you can. You come stop on in your pit box, and then you're gone. So it's going to be who can do it the best. And it looks like we had the 3 of Ingalls come in right there, right behind him the next lap. He is on pit road now.
Yeah, the
so
3.
We'll see where the 24 and the 3 come out together here.
The 3 came in as well as the 47. I tell you what, the 47 made up a ton of time on the 3. It looked like he entered right in on his bumper. But your current race leader is going to be the 88 of Starlo, still out there, and he's coming down for his green flag pit stop.
And I'm riding along with the 24 here, so we'll see where he comes out right here. This is definitely going to be your battle for the lead here.
All right, the 3 is coming out of the pits right now, keeping an eye out for that 24 of a Moore Smoke. There he is. It looks like coming out of turn 2. They're going to be neck-to-neck Knights coming into turn 3 here.
Yeah.
No, nope, that's the 74.
No, yeah.
Juicy's coming in.
I believe Ingalls is. Yeah, he just went by the start-finish line. So I don't know if it was the exit that the 3 had. The 3 may have had a better exit than the 47 there, because like you said, the 47 was all over the back of Ingalls when they pitted.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that all shook out, but hey, we just out here winging it, baby. But so far, this 3 of Ingalls has got a commanding lead. And Knights, do you think this man was happy when they said it's going to be back-to-back Iowa races?
Oh, absolutely. We were talking about the benefit race, and he was actually he was talking with me and a few of my guys the other day, and I had a car open in the Xfinity race, and I didn't have nobody to drive it, so I decided to ask him if he wanted to drive my Xfinity car, and he was so excited that he actually put a donation in himself to run the truck race. So he's running this race by his donation. So he really wanted to race both Iowa races tonight, and he's showing why. He was really good here.
Well, there you go. The 24 of a Moore Smoke just pulled a power move on a 47 to Zooman through turns 1 and 2. Gave him a little bumper in the left rear. Drove it in there and cleared him out of the corner. Now he's got clear sailing. Only problem is that's the 3 car all the way out there, exiting out of turn 2 as he is coming into turn 1.
Yeah, he's going to have the 3 of Ingalls to make some kind of mistake, barely touch the apron, come up, hit the wall. he's going to have him do something in order to catch him. Because, I mean, we don't have the tool like you like to say we need, but we both know that this race wasn't very long, so there can't be too many laps left in this thing.
Yeah, it's definitely quickly winding down. 50 laps in a truck race at Iowa. No cautions, just stages. It's going to go by a snap of a finger. If I'm going to guess nice, there's less than 10 laps to go. Ingalls, like we said, is cleared sail. Let's go ahead and bounce around, see if we get any action out on the track. Here is the 74 of Juicy sitting towards the back. You know, tough break for him. He was running up there in P2 off that last Stage 3 green flag. And here's the O2 actually coming out of pits for his green flag pit stop, and he's going to drop outside the top 5. But I think the battle is going to be with the 47-2 man and the 42 of them. I mean, excuse me, I'm so used to the 42. That's all More Smoke drives, and if I'm not mistaken, he got the 42 in the Xfinity race here just after.
Yeah.
But he's just got the number flipped.
And I'm not sure how many laps there is to go. I wish we knew, because I've still been following along with him more. He's actually closing in on Ingalls right now, and I'm not sure, like, if Ingalls is just trying to be on cruise control right now or what. But he's closed that gap. Like, it's still a pretty good gap, but he's closed it.
You know what I think's going on, Knights? I think he sees that 47 in his rear view mirror, and he's like, I gotta go. I gotta get away from this guy. I gotta get at least second place. So he's kicking that thing into turbo drive, and that's letting him. And there he goes, getting loose out of turn 4, though. That's the end of the race, actually.
No, yeah, I believe that is the race. Congratulations to Ingalls walking away with the win here in the truck race.
I'll remember not to take 2 next time. Or 4.
Yeah, congratulations to Ingalls for winning the truck race. Good race by him. Next race is going to be at Iowa Xfinity times 362 laps. Again, this race is for Scott Moyer, the Scott Moyer benefit race. His link to his GoFundMe is going to be in the description below. He's got osteogenesis imperfecta. So we're hoping to get this together, get some money his way so he can get a new wheelchair van. Be a little easier for him and his family when he's got to travel out, go to doctors or whatnot. And it's just, honestly, Knights and everybody, I just want to thank everybody for covering me and asking me to do this. It's honestly is my pleasure. But let's go ahead and bounce out of here real quick. Let them get all that set up. I do believe you're going to set that up, Knights, right?
I am, yes, sir. I will be right back in just a moment. Let's go get this other race set up.
All right, let's get that set up. Let's bring this back to the HD booth, brought to you by Carol's Forehead. Scott, you in here, man? All right, guys, we're just doing a quick switch around of the lobbies. Next up is going to be the Xfinity race at Iowa. Do you believe there's going to be a few more people on track?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, you got a copy?
Yeah.
What do you think of that first race?
I thought it was a pretty good race.
I thought so myself. I mean, that 3-car ran away from it in the second stage and third stage. But there's a lot of great battles out there.
Yeah, there was.
And your pick, the 74, got in a little bit of trouble in stage 3, got in the accident, dropped out of the top 5. I'm not sure if he's in the Xfinity race, but coming up towards the Xfinity race, who is going to be your favorite?
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to say J-Pal.
That's a good, strong pick right there. J-Pal is going to be in that number 22 Ford Mustang powered machine. Excuse me. Yeah, it is a Mustang here in Xfinity's. I got it confused. But that's a good pick. We also can't forget about the 42 of a More Smoke. gonna be out there. Ingalls, the man who just dominated the truck race, is gonna be out there as well. But hey, your pick last time with the 74 was a great pick. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for that number 22 as well. Let me take this time to get a drink of water. So I don't know if they're possibly having connection issues. That was a big delay the first race. We had a few connection issues, people not being able to get into the race. Actually, one of them didn't make it. We just had to get this thing underway. It's around 9:30, so we got to go. There is my invite, though, so I'm going to assume... Oh, that was just a party invite. What's going on? What are we doing here? I think they're getting ready to load it up now. I think they're getting everybody into a party, if I'm not mistaken. As we got guys starting to file in, 18 people currently watching the stream. You just missed the truck race at Iowa. It was a great race. Great battle out front with the 88 of Sterlo, leading to all of stage 1. But after that, stage 2, it was all the 3 of Ingalls as he checked out from the field. Led every single lap in stage 2, and in stage 3 it happened again. That 3 of Ingalls was just gone. Now we're just sitting up to the lobby for the second race tonight for the Scott Moyer benefit race. If you would like to make a donation to his GoFundMe, the link is in the description of this stream, as well as his story. If you would like to take a moment to read that. Again, just big thanks to everybody for making me a part of this whole process and this whole thing. It's kind of glad to do this and help out as much as I can. As I want to try and get a word and see what's going on here in a minute. Alright guys, we're still trying to set up this Xfinity lobby. Here, it's taking a little longer than expected, but hopefully it gets underway shortly. We get a ETA.
Just waiting on people to come on in here.
Is it going to be the same way? Cautions off with just stages?
Yep.
Cool. Cool deal. That was pretty fun.
You suck, HD.
Probably.
I'm still your number one fan, though.
I know you are, Carol. That's why you're in the booth. We're also still live.
Dang it.
And I'm gonna clip that sound bit.
Why don't you warn me sometimes, you know? Come on.
Hey, Dooman, I got a better picture if you want to use it. It's kind of like my picture, except it's the number 3.
Hell yeah, man.
How many people are we waiting for?
So many of them are full of this complicated, tricky language about the network offers. Tonight's gonna do this.
No clue.
Alright, so I'm thinking about just
Half are in here, and then the other half are in a party on Xbox currently. I don't know what the deal is right now.
alright, I'm gonna cut the stream real quick, cut it off, and then I'll bring it back up when we go back live.